opening round of the NFL playoffs, and EA Sports continues its coverage of Super Wildcard Weekend. It's the Rams and the Falcons on Monday night.
The playoffs are in full swing as we welcome you to this postseason contest on EA Sports. Tonight, as the work week kicks off, another week of football comes to an end with a big Monday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Welcome, everyone, to the start of the NFL postseason. Kate Scott, Brock Ewert here as these teams begin the journey toward the Super Bowl. And at this stage, Brock, it's a daunting task ahead to make it all the way. They need 3 straight wins against the best teams in the NFL, beginning with this one right here, right now.
Yeah, Kate, and I love the way you say that right there. You just lay out the journey. And I'll tell you, in this journey right now, you're not going to find a team anywhere in this bracket who isn't 100% convinced they're going to be the ones standing in the end. But the time for words is over. Now, your season's on the line. Every time you take the field, it is win or go home.
The return manages to get just beyond the 30. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out is one of the game's all-time leading passers, the top pick back in 2009. Still going strong, it's Matthew Stafford.
Stafford just continues to fight off injuries, and he continues to battle father time. And it is remarkable. There's a lot of quarterbacks as we see him age. We see the arm fall apart. We see the wear and the tear and the velocity disappear. You're just not seeing that with Stafford. You can question how long the journey may continue, but you cannot question how productive he is when he's on that field. Every time, a nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
That's on target, Puka Nacua. And he works this to the 38 before going down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking.
Who set it down for him at the 38. Williams now on 1st and 10. He's corralled after a modest 4-yard gain. Tackled by Rook Ororo.
Sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule. That kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
On 2nd down, the run with Williams. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop.
If you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard...
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. Going for it, it's Williams. And he gets this forward to the 19. Right away to start the game. Working inside the red zone. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing an
interception. And that wasn't until after they almost brought him down behind the line for a sack.
And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17.
You've got to do some damage.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. It's an LA touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. This return starts at the 5. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. So here are the Falcons out on offense for their first drive. They're led out by a QB who made his starting debut all the way back in 2012. You weren't still playing then, were you, Brock? He's found plenty of touchdowns since then. It's Kirk Cousins.
Well, hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
They'll run it here with Bijan Robinson. This is ahead for about 5. That was Darius Williams on the tackle.
Set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Out of the gun, Cousins. Pass is caught, that's Darnell Mooney. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
A weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about third down at all.
They fake the handoff, now Cousins. Completes, it's Bijan Robinson. And they'll bundle this up after a 4-yard gain. That was Darius Williams. Here's Robinson up the middle. Oh, they get to him behind the line, and he loses the football. And no turnover, it's going to stay with the offense.
We all saw the brief moment of full-on panic between the ball coming out and him getting back on it. The impressive part is he kept his composure while it was still loose. One mistake didn't become 2, and he cleaned it up before any defenders could.
To go, but their reward, a really tough third down here. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up. Falcons set to punt on 4th. On comes Bradley Pinion. Takes it in at the 21. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30. Nice 12-yard pickup on the return. And the Rams will take possession. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. This is hauled in by Atwell. And he'll be out of bounds right along the 40. Now hang on, looks like somebody came out after that play, a little shaken up. Not sure we saw exactly. Stafford now. Complete, it's Atwell. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. It's a 21-yard gain. And it brings up an LA 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel.
Down now, ball at the 39-yard line. Straight ahead with Williams. And he gets him around 6 there. Stopped by Grady Jarrett.
It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And he's dropped just short of the marker.
It's giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop. All right, all set up now. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He rolls to his right. Couldn't connect there. Incomplete. On 1st, it's 2nd down. To throw, Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Tip cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
To the corner of the end zone, but incomplete. Oh, he made
the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
Slides,
So
kick
they'll
is
happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the 2nd time. This drive started 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Uh-oh, he's in trouble, and the Rams bring him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you are on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise...
Shotgun snap, a gift to Robinson. And he's caught behind the line for a loss. Come up on third and very long. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Taking his shot, deep down the field it goes. And disaster averted, he knocks away the deep ball, incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first drive, went backwards. He's gonna send this one forward. And he makes the fair catch inside the 45. We don't get a return out of that punt. And they'll get ready to go on offense. Out come the Rams on offense. Good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons.
For an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
They fake the handoff now, Stafford. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to get stopped right around the 45-yard line.
Easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. Able to find Nakua here. And he'll get it down to the 24-yard line. 1 quarter gone in our opening round game of the NFC postseason. It's a 2-score game early. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. It's Rams football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Up the gut they go with Williams. And the push forward. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down here at the 16. 3rd and a lone yard coming up. Stafford from the gun. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Stafford now against a blitz. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete.
Back for them later.
So the incompletion on 1st. Here's 2nd and goal. Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. And he'll go down shy the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
Most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
3rd and goal. It's Stafford. And that's a Los Angeles touchdown. Now the 2nd time we've had the privilege of calling a touchdown pass to him in this opening half, Brock, and you're starting to get the feeling that he isn't done yet.
Well, but defensively, Kate, you got to do something different. It's kind of like a pitcher who gives up a home run and then a 2nd home run to that same guy. You are not going to give him a pitch to hit, and this defense has got to start taking this receiver away.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams take a 3-possession lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. On the return, here's Ray McLeod. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock, but what we haven't seen so far. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. Finds a seam down the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. That's a 38-yard play for him to move the sticks.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference.
Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. That's into the hands of Moore. And he's able to drive this to the...
Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped cold at the spot. Ooh, he paid for that one, but hey, for 1st and 10. Now Cousins again. He'll get this complete to Mooney. And they make this stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. A good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4. Here's Cousins now. To the sideline, catch secured. Wow, he made that one look easy for the first. So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stays.
All right, so that challenge is unsuccessful, but still a chance to earn a 3rd one if their next challenge leads to an overturned call. Here's Robinson. Is in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons fighting back and shaving 6 off that lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out, and that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
It was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. Fielded at the 7. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And he manages the 35 before they can stop him. The Rams and receiver Cooper Kupp taking the field once again. They'll try to emphasize good field position for the Rams as they get ready. 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And he'll push this upfield and earn the set of downs for him from the 46. On the handoff, this is Williams. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league.
Downs for him at the 38. Nakua, the receiver, in motion right. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. He's going to loft one deep to the left. Tries to lob that one up, and it's intercepted. Jesse Bates in to pick it off. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it. Yeah,
that is spot on, Kate. If you got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like
Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air, so expect some tighter coverage this time around. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, Cousins. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pitts brings it in. Touchdown, Atlanta! The Falcons pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown. So no mistaking that play call, Brock. They send everybody on deep goes, and it winds up paying off. What a play.
And you'd think on the other side, defensively, they'd be ready for this. But this is truly a breakdown in the secondary. They're just...
Two on now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Set up and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Starting from the 5. Good looking return here, and he's got room. The 40. Into the red zone. And he is gone. Touchdown. The advent of a new style of kickoff in 2024 created all sorts of new strategies to generate big returns. And Brock, here, we see their own design executed to perfection to spring them for 6.
Now, I don't know if we've seen a rule change that has invigorated special teams coaches, head coaches, all the coaches make the field for 6 big points.
Cardi with the extra point. And the Rams make it a 10-point ball game. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. McLeod now returning it. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they with the 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Just a nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They send him left out of the slot. Play action now for Cousins. Cut out left. And he's brought down for a loss. The rookie from Miami. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. To the air, Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
If you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs, it's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Makes the catch, but does not do it in bounds.
Forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. Timeout taken by Los Angeles. It's 2nd. And they still have Scott waiting back deep. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Fielded at the 11. And something on the return, but not much, as it still ends inside the 20. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. He gets this one to Nakua. Stafford now on 1st down. Well, the pressure nearly got to him.
Pressure. He's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Finds his man over the middle. And they'll take him down at the 40.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Los Angeles.
Now Stafford again. On the move, headed right. He takes it himself. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45.
As he worked through his progression initially, he was waiting for space to open, and then he takes advantage with his legs.
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. It's complete to Higbee. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31.
It's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. That one's incomplete. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Shotgun snap to Stafford. His pass caught by Nakua. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. So we're to the half in this NFC Wildcard contest. Now we'll get you down to our Orlando studios for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Jonathan Coachman. In the second half. All right, Brock, that was enough of a break. Back to playoff football as the second half of our Wildcard game gets underway. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. That passing game drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's a counter give to Robinson. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help. It's second down now. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Complete over the middle. And he's short of the first on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. That's into the hands of Moore. And a nice gain here, but it's stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money as much as they got to in the old days. When you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be their football. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They motion Cup over right. He beams one deep right side. He's got it at the 30. To the house, touchdown LA. The Rams push their lead further to start the half. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too.
PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams take a 3-possession lead.
Falcons 14.
Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Returning it from the 4. This return makes it up to the 25. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. Now it's Cousins. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he is hit hard shortly after that catch.
Still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that could create.
And he brings it in, but got too close to the sideline there. They're ruling him out of bounds. We've got 3rd down.
To the sideline before he could establish possession.
Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. Caught, nice gain left side. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Now about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage.
Running left is Robinson. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage.
I'm in a hurry. They're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 10 now. Into the hands of Pitts. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards.
Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 28. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
You're not going to last long.
They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. Nothing there left side as it ends up incomplete.
For him to sneak that throw in.
On 2nd and 10, Cousins again. That's brought in by Mooney. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. That play gains 50. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Robinson on the inside give. And all he can get is 1 yard.
Just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Out of the gun, Cousins. Touchdown, Atlanta! All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed.
Koo with the extra point. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 10. That lead trimmed just a bit, down to 10 points now as the kick is up and away. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The visitors back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And after the impressive drive...
Can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Juke the defender. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
The damage he could do like we just saw.
Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it.
Defense who snapped and clear. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do, getting home with that sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Able to find Nakua here. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
Target the coverage and creating opportunities for big completions.
Stafford now on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, Brock, from the 43. He's got the hook up to Atwell. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working from the gun, here's Stafford. Complete out to the right side. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. They have themselves another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. This throw is caught. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead,
going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
And that's going to be brought in. Touchdown, LA. The Rams make it a 16-point ball game. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Well, Brock, it wasn't hard to see why they botched on that play fake. Even our camera operator was fooled into thinking it was a run, but certainly made it easier to connect.
Making it look exactly like a run. You do the details on the front end, and the play-action game rewards follow on the back end.
Now he has it all teed up and ready to send it away. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Has him on a quick hitter. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he's still... 1st down, ball at the 36. This is Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
Get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
2nd and 6 now. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's taken down directly on that 43-yard line. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And the Falcons will have a first.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop.
Protect this first down, Brock, from the 43. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. He just throws this one away.
Forwards released and alter that throw.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Now the give for Bijan. He's going to snag a couple of yards charging up the gut. We're down to 1 quarter before we determine our wild card winner. The Falcons have the football, playing for their season here. They're trailing. A less than ideal 3rd and 8 here. Here's Cousins. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Rams have it after the turnover at the 33-yard line. And just like that, a really good drive is taken away with an INT.
Sure was a lot of promise on that series, right?
Yeah.
That's a small...
The Rams headed out to the field now. And you can see in these clips quite an extensive highlight reel he's put together in what is a 4-touchdown game for him already.
I think it's safe to say this guy's in the zone. I know in
2nd down now, 7 to go. Hands it to the receiver here in motion. Oh, look at this sweep. No one around. He's got space. And he's officially in enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it brings up an LA first down. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. They fake the handoff now, Stafford. Taking a deep shot here. And he makes the wait. No, he didn't hang on.
It is, Kate, to get these plays down the field. You can't let the coverage off the hook with a drop. It just can't happen. But you're going to see it right here. He saw the open space ahead of him and started running before he ever brought the ball. Good hunting his prey right there.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Stafford from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's spending so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
So no return on that punt. And the Falcons will have plenty of work to do on their next drive. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. Able to hit Robinson, complete.
2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Put the body on the line for his team.
There's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in-cut and make the catch.
He'll get this complete to Pitts.
But these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Now Cousins again. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he's marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 32. Pitts brings it in. And he's
Talking to that tight end. But these contested catches, these tight ends that can separate with their hands, utilize their body, even when you're covered, you're not.
into the hands of Pitts.
There's nearly room to add even more.
from the 20 on second down. He got it along the sideline, but just couldn't bring it in within the field.
A little more accurate.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. They'll run it with Bijan. And he works this to the 15 before they make the stop.
Up at the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
First down throw for Cousins. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he drives this forward to the 6. Out of the gun, Cousins. And that's complete in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. His second scoring catch of the game. Extra point by Q is up and good. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 10 for the onside kick. And the onside kick doesn't pan out. The Rams make the recovery. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A run with Williams. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles. Let's see how they approach this second down. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Gets this one to Blake Corum.
In particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes.
They're now set for 1st and 10. They'll run here with Blake Corum. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were up. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. They'll stick with Corum. And he's able to drive them forward into the red zone. 3rd and just 2 to go. They're going play action. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal. 1st and goal now as they try to pad this lead. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. Williams has the LA touchdown. The Rams. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams take a 3-possession lead. Cardi has it all teed up and ready to send it away. McLeod now returning it. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And this a final on the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Now it's Cousins. Fits it through the middle. And he'll get it up to the 44. Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground. Cousins. Got a man. Robinson has it. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Throwing on 3rd, Cousins. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Convert on these 3rd downs.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. And it falls incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I get it's already over, but go down swinging. Unfortunately, that play, like so many of them today, Kate, has been pretty indicative of how this contest has gone.
The visitors, let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. A give to Corum. And he'll get this forward, and he's stopped at the 37.
That kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Second down run by Corum. And they take him down right along the 30.
Corum, the ball carrier, brought down at the 30-yard line. Again.
So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And you never want to count out those wildcard teams once the postseason begins, right? We've seen a few go on magical runs before, and they've officially begun theirs here, fighting their way to next week's divisional round games. So that'll do it for this one. With Brock Huard, I'm Kate Scott. The Rams are winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.